Eye on the Islands is a weekly talk show dedicated to the people and the issues of the U.S. Virgin Islands. Now, here's your host for Eye on the Islands, Sarah Lazama.
The Emerald Ocean and white sands of the Virgin Islands bring thousands of visitors to our shores each year, making tourism the backbone of our local economy. Hi, I'm Sarah Lazama, and you're watching Eye on the Islands. Today we're talking with Lisa Hamilton, president of the Hotel and Tourism Association, to get a closer look at what local industry leaders are doing to ensure that the Virgin Islands stays on the map as a premier destination. Welcome, Lisa, and thanks for joining us.
Thank you so much for having us, Sarah.
Tell me, what is the Hotel and Tourism Association and who's affiliated with it?
Okay, it's a big question. I'll try to answer it as succinctly as possible. But the organization actually began in the early 80s as a hotel association. We've since determined that it takes more than a hotel to make a visitor come to a destination. It really takes the entire destination, what it has to offer. It's not like the old days where the charm was to go in because your hotel room was nicer than your own house. It's not that way anymore. So we realize it takes the power of the destination, and so in the late 80s, early 90s, it became the Hotel and Tourism Association. And we are comprised of hotel members, members from the marine industry, airline industry, cruise industry, of course our restaurants, our activities and attractions, and the retailers.
What is the big draw that you think brings visitors to our shores?
Well, I think that a majority of our visitors, about 95% of them, do come from the continental United States, and a majority of those are from the Northeast area. So what it is the ease of flying and getting to us, because we have a lot of direct flights, but we are also a U.S. territory. So the no passport required still is a leverageable point of difference for us in comparison to the other Caribbean islands.
So getting here is easier than getting to other places. So
it's one of our taglines. It's just easier to get here, and the fact that they can rely on the American currency and the American laws, and there's a bit of a comfort level there. But we have the best of both worlds because it is a U.S. territory. But of course, with our culture, it does very much feel like a foreign destination. So it's kind of the best of both worlds. And you also have a very unique situation where you have several islands in close proximity. So it's very easy to take a day trip back and forth between the sister islands. You go to many of the other islands and you are on that island. So I think that's another interesting point for us.
You mentioned your membership is hotels, marine, airlines, cruise ship, and the fact that we have all these different islands. Is it difficult to get everybody on the same page?
Actually, it's not. As you can imagine, there are uniquenesses to each island, and we actually have two hotel associations. We have the St. Thomas St. John Hotel Association, and then we have the St. Croix Hotel Association. The boards of each of those hotel associations do meet regularly throughout the year because a lot of them are very similar initiatives, but because St. Croix does have its own needs and its own unique I would say marketing of the island itself, where it's much more cultural. You're looking at a lot more of smaller hotels and inns. You don't have the big mega chains. Yes, we did just become, the Carambola just became a Renaissance, but it's just a different feel and a different marketing engine to it. And so they keep their separate initiatives, but then, as I said, they do work together to make sure that the territory itself is promoted and stands in the forefront. And we have to thank the Department of Tourism for that, because obviously they do a great job in leading the charge.
Now, do you do a lot of public-private partnerships with tourism to attract our visitors?
Actually, we do. The interesting thing was, prior to the current Commissioner of Tourism being in there, we weren't, unfortunately, in a position where we felt the destination was, we had all of the funding. And so we created our own self-sustaining fund called the Cooperative Marketing Initiative. And in the early days, it was actually close to $1 million that we would spend, and we wanted to be able to have a voice for the destination where the government wasn't able to because of shortage of funds or lack of knowledge in the industry, etc. And Beverly Nicholson Doty, the current commissioner, she actually ran the Hotel and Tourism Association for 15 years. And when the governor first was elected and he tapped her to be the commissioner, we were thrilled to finally have somebody from our industry leading the charge. And at the time, some talked about, well, we don't need to market anymore because Beverly's got it under control and the government can handle it now. And we realized that that's not really the case. We need to have some funding. So that funding right now is around around $200,000–300,000 a year and allows us to do some cooperative marketing. I brought as an example this Horizon magazine. This is this month's edition of Horizon Travel magazine. It's the Canadian market and the Northeast market. And as you can imagine, trying to get really good photos, it's really expensive to have a photo shoot made. And we don't have that ability at the association, but we did have the funding dollars to buy the ad. So we reached out to the tourism and they provided all the creative. This is actually from one of their photo shoots from their You Unscripted campaign. So they allowed us to use their photo for the front cover, and then we bought the inside piece, which of course gave us this spreadsheet, this full page ad and full page advertorial. So it's a great idea, a great way of how we do a private partner, private partnership to get the word out on the destination.
I understand that another major marketing initiative that you all have coming up is a tourism symposium. Talk a little bit about that.
Yes, it's very exciting. Actually, we're in the 18th year of holding this symposium. We were one of the first Caribbean islands to start these symposiums, and it was really a way of having our major buyers, the wholesale buyers in the States, and without getting too technical, Expedia, HotelBeds.com, some of the online travel agents you're familiar with, and then some of the more traditional ones such as Liberty GoGo, Apple Vacations, some of those more traditional, to bring them down to the islands for a week and 5 days actually, and spend a couple of nights on each of the islands and annually do this so that we can bring them up to speed on what's happening with the product. And they just have to fly themselves here and we put them up complimentary. The host hotels are usually either the Frenchman's Reef Marriott, the Wyndham Sugar Bay. This year we're excited. We're starting in St. John and at the Westin. And it's a way for them to see what's going on with the product. And one day we sit down and we do one-on-one meetings. And this is a chance for the hotels to sit down with the buyers and map out their strategy, how they're selling against other destinations, how they're selling against their competitors on the island, and to make sure that their pricing and their positioning is such that they're maximizing their capability. Our whole goal is to show them a really good time so that they go back and they encourage their people to sell the Virgin Islands more. The Department of Tourism has been a key sponsor of this every single year. One of the things that they also sponsor are shopping certificates, and this is one of the favorite things of the wholesalers. We give them each $250 in shopping certificates, and they go into the participating retailers downtown and they get to redeem that. And most of them use that as the ground floor to purchase something additional or bigger, and they usually have their strategy mapped out every year of what they're going to get, whether it's a piece of jewelry or luggage, and they talk about it for months. And so it's a really exciting time, and actually all of the hoteliers as well as our partners, the retailers, the restaurateurs, they're all involved in it. Department of Tourism gives their update on what they've done for the year, and it's a really exciting time. This year it is June 13th to the 17th, and we will be, as I said, hosted at the Westin in St. John. We have our governor's dinner at the Wyndham Sugar Bay on Tuesday night, and then Thursday after we have a wonderful breakfast at the Windward Passage that Wayne Demetris puts on. She sponsors this incredible local breakfast, and they talk about that for months too. We hop on the seaplane, thanks to Seabourn, fly them all over to St. Croix, and this year we're staying at the Palms at Pelican Cove, and we do that for 48 hours in St. Croix. We take them around, we show them the properties, we talk about what's new, but it's really every year you want to stay at the top of mind of these buyers, and you want to kind of show them what we've got over what the other islands have. So it's a really fun event, and we still have sponsorship available for it, so they can definitely contact the Hotel Association if they're interested in sponsoring any of the events we have going on.
So it sounds like they get to see and get a taste of each island and a little bit of everything.
Absolutely, and we try to do daytime and nighttime activities. This year we like to do a team building event, a chance to get all the wholesalers and the hoteliers together and our industry partners, and this year we're going to do a little tour of St. John, and we're introducing the new technology with the QR codes. You know how,
I'm not familiar.
It's all part of the social media. I think if you look in some of the magazines that are out there today, Reebok, Nike, a lot of them are doing it. In the ad, in the corner of the ad, you see this little gray and white, it looks like a little bit of a matrix. And that's called a QR code, and people are using it a lot now in advertising. You just scan it from your smartphone, and boom, it'll pop up information on the destination. It can connect you right to your website. It's another very creative way of using a smartphone, which everybody's using now, to keep our information top of mind. And so we're going to be introducing that during this symposium, and we're going to load all their phones up with all this information in the meantime on the Virgin Islands while they're here.
So we really are trying to stay ahead of the curve.
Absolutely, absolutely. And another ahead of the curve initiative is our airport booth. Traditionally, it's just been a spot where you can come and put your brochures in and have a telephone number connected to your business. Well, we're revamping all that this month and turning it into a social media runway. And there's going to be touch screens where you can you can access your Foursquare account, your Facebook account, the Facebook and Foursquare accounts of our members. You can download, again, through QR codes, coupons right to your smartphone that you can leave, the guests can leave the airport and go right to Diamonds International or Little Switzerland and Jewels and get their free prize. So it's a really exciting time. We're trying to stay ahead of the curve, and embracing the social media is key. Our Facebook page continues to grow, and we just jumped into that at the end of last year.
That's great. You mentioned revamping, and I know that one of our major hotels here on St. Thomas, the Marriott Frenchman's Reef, is getting a facelift.
Yes, yes.
Tell us a little bit about what that entails.
Well, it's an exciting time. You know, I mentioned that sometimes it's a catch-22. People go into properties and make, oh, you know, it's looking a little tired, and especially the people that come here on vacation every year, they're very discerning. They saw you last year. They know what was right or what needed to be fixed up, and they've been getting a lot of pressure at Frenchman's Reef, especially from the corporate meeting planners. In order to stay competitive in the area, they had to renovate the rooms. So they're actually shutting down 2 of the 4 buildings that they have there, about 300 of their rooms, and they're redoing soft goods in the rooms, and because they just did their case goods a couple of years ago, you know, the bedding and the headboards. But the big renovation is in the pool and spa area, and they're also converting the entire hotel to central AC instead of having those individual little AC units in the room that are kind of from the 80s, you know. So it's a really exciting time, and they still will have 200 of their rooms open. But you know, we need a lot more of our properties to continue to invest in what they have existing to stay competitive. It's critical.
Okay, well, thank you so much, and we'll be right back with Lisa Hamilton and more of what's exciting going on in tourism.